Hey, hello everyone, it's just our waifus, and like I said, same top as the video before. Promises ain't like weeks apart or anything, or days apart. This is more like 30 minutes later. I'm actually letting the other video download so I can post it. So my first official full-length camera video. This is freaking insane to me. So, I was like, what do I even do for my first video? I've never done this stuff before, so like, what do people want to see? Well, I act like I've never recorded a YouTube video before. I don't know. I'm being stupid, like usual. So, I'm actually going to show off my pop figure collection, and then my anime figure, like, collection. So yeah, I just actually have them right behind me. I wanted these to be, like, in the background of my videos, but like I'm right in the way of it, so. Alright, so we're gonna go from left to right. I remember my left to rights, guys. So this is the first one I want to show. This is Dr. Penguin. That's it. Yeah, Dr. I'm the type of person that knows who they're talking about until they're talking about them, and then out of nowhere I like second guess myself. Is that Dr. Penguin? I'm thinking of Dr. Freeze. This is Penguin. It's been a long day. Don't judge me, please. I know what I'm talking about. I love DC. DC, to me, is much better than Marvel. I love DC. I always grew up with, like, the DC Lego games, stuff like that. I remember always playing as Batman or Robin if I was player 2 with the dumb guys that didn't want me to be player 1. And I would always, like, beat Lego version of him. But yeah, but Dr. Freeze is probably my favorite like cartoon show to watch. But then my favorite villain, because of how cool he was probably Scarecrow. But then I'm about to pick up another character that I like that's also a DC villain. Oh, you're reaching. I'm gonna have to get up for some. Ugh, I can't be lazy. Okay, the Riddler. So personally, I love the Riddler, and while I was down in Florida for winter break, a Batman movie was on. Crap, which Batman was it? Batman Forever. Batman Forever with Jim Carrey as the Riddler, and it was the Riddler and Two-Face. I love Two-Face as well. I think Jim Carrey played a perfect Riddler, other than being a little cringy. Like, here's the thing. Back then, it probably would have been awesome. I still really liked it, but it was kind of like, there's like his haircut. I'll put it right here. His haircut. And people who know what I'm talking about, even if people just looking at this picture, then you know what I'm talking about. The haircut is funny. And like, I really liked Jim Carrey as the Riddler in Batman Forever. And that was a long movie, probably with commercials and stuff in between, but I remember starting it at like 10 and finishing it like a little past midnight. It took forever. I think movies nowadays aren't just 3 hours long, but we're not going to talk about that. Alright, now, here's something important to say. I love The Simpsons. Like, eat, sleep, breathe The Simpsons. But like, my mom and I will always watch The Simpsons together. So that's just a typical thing for us. Like, I would just always go to the living room just randomly when I hear the Simpsons theme song or like one of the characters talking. It's just our thing. But first off, we have Barney with his little Duff beer in his hand. I love Barney. His burps. I remember when I was young, I always get grossed out when he burped, but now it's kind of funny. My humor is devolving. I'm thinking burp jokes are funny again, when I used to think they're the most disgusting things in the world. We have Duffman, which on my little, like, shelves, they're right next to each other, because they complete each other. Like, Barney wouldn't be Barney without Duffman. And then we have Maggie. Favorite episode with Maggie was the one where she shot Burns. I guess that's a spoil, but I mean, like, Simpsons had been out since my mom was younger, so it's kind of your fault if you haven't seen it. Then we have Lisa with her little saxophone. I don't really have much to say. Lisa isn't really a character I like. She's like, kind of like, why can't I forget names? Meg. It's not even a hard name to remember. She's kind of like Meg from Family Guy, but they don't bully her as much. Like, they legit are so rude to Meg on Family Guy. Some of it's funny, but then some of it you're kind of like, take a chill pill, guys. This is a little much. We have King Homer, who was in a Treehouse Horror. I forget which Treehouse Horror. There he is with little Marge, who he did kidnap in the Treehouse Horror. Probably my favorite. I love the Treehouse of Horror, like, specials. Every single one of them. There's not a bad one. King Homer, probably one of my favorites because my mom and I love to watch it. And I remember after we watched The Simpsons, like, Treehouse of Horror, we watched the real King Kong, like the original. So that's a good little memory. Just swinging around. Then we have Mr. Burns. I don't really like Mr. Burns. This was actually my first pop figure ever. I'm looking over here to try and prove myself wrong. I might have got Bew before Burns, but I think Burns was my first. Because, like, his little hands, everyone knows who Mr. Burns is. And that little hand gesture, iconic. Now we're getting away from The Simpsons. Oh, I also have a, oh no, sorry, Ollie, I made him jump. I also have a Duff energy drink that I've yet to drink. There's still stuff in it. This is so old. There's, like, stuff on the side of it. This is really old. This is at least 3 years old. There's no more drinking this. Dragon Ball. I used to be a huge Dragon Ball fan. Now, to be honest, I can care less for Dragon Ball because I found better animes. Oh, there goes my hops. But yeah, like, after I found better anime, basically, I could care less for Dragon Ball. I remember my ex made me obsessed with it because all he would talk about was Dragon Ball. So I was like, oh, Dragon Ball. One of my posters is Dragon Ball, one of my first anime posters. Well, posters in general, because my mom doesn't like posters. Okay, I always butcher anime names. Tanjiro. Sorry. I'm sorry. I got this from my friend who actually dislikes anime a whole lot. She got it for me because she knows that I like anime. So she got it for me. And she was like, when she gave it to me, she was like, don't get the wrong idea. I just still don't like anime, but it's your birthday gift. I know you like this stuff. Demon Slayer is probably one of my favorite animes. And I know some people are going to be like, how do you like Demon Slayer but say Dragon Ball isn't even that good? Shut up, Dragon Ball's okay, but, like, it's not my favorite. I love Demon Slayer though. I've watched that, rewatched that at least 3 times now. I get, like, if someone says, hey, I want to get into anime, that's usually what I suggest. I got this Sour Patch Kid down in Florida. I won him. My friends and I, my friend who moved down there, my childhood friend who moved down there, he has, like, well, Dave & Buster's. There's Dave & Buster's everywhere. So we went to one, and we won this little guy, and he actually gave me a lot of his points for this, because I used to be bad at Dave & Buster games. I'm better now. I could easily beat you, but yeah, he helped me win that. Thanks, Shane. Marvel thing. Marvel? What the heck? Another DC thing. I told you, I'm going insane right now. It's like a little skeleton Batman. I absolutely love this. I'm hyped for the new Batman movie to come out. I've seen the trailer so many times, and I'm just like, each time I see it, the more excited I get. I'm so excited for that. We have another Batman. I got this at Walmart, surprisingly. So that's a Joker head and that little lantern. And there's Batman. I was so hyped when I got this, because this was my first non-anime, other than my Sour Patch Kid, first non-anime figure other than my Sour Patch Kid. And that's when I really got into DC. See, DC is with my dad, Simpsons is with my mom. So I love DC because my dad loves DC. He grew me up with DC. So now I'm kind of wanting to like stab myself for saying Marvel. I like being dramatic. Okay, now we can talk about Marvel. Okay, Spider-Man as a gingerbread man. Okay, this is kind of a sick pop figure. Like his little head bubbles. He's a gingerbread man. Like that's actually kind of cool. This is a really cool pop figure. The skeleton and this, because it's like, yeah, it's obvious that this is Marvel and that was DC, but it has like a little touch to it. It's super cute. Comment below your favorite Spider-Man. But I really like Tobey, because he's like the OG. You can't go wrong with Tobey. And then I got this with my friend when we were shopping around Christmas time. Okay, there's some backstory. So the friend I bought this with, me and her love McDonald's chicken nuggies. So I got a little chicken nuggie. And I wanted to be a firefighter for the longest time. I still do, but my mom really doesn't want me to be one. But yeah, he's a little firefighter. A little fighter nuggie. I love it. Alright, now time to move off of my pop figures onto my actual anime figures. Now they're Demon Slayer Tanjiro. I actually broke his sword. Oops. But yeah, I was super proud of this. This was my first anime figure, well, figurine that wasn't a pop figure. So I really liked it, but then I broke the sword and I lost it for a good amount of time. And I finally refound it and just taped the sword back because no one's going to judge me for that, right? So this is my first figure, like figure. I spent a good bit on this. First figure, and it's the mom from Don't You Love Your Mom and her 2 point, I should have looked this up. Don't You Love Your Mom and her 2 point multi-kill or something hit. I'm sorry. People are going to hurt me for this. But, yeah, I really like I'm sorry. That was for the joke. I really do like her, though. Like, this is super cute. They go into pretty good detail. I paid a good little bit for this, but at the same time, I didn't pay as much as some people has paid for, like, this figure. I got it on Amazon. Hey, baby. And there's some sort of discount going on this. So it was like 30% off. Still a lot, but not as much as like they usually are. So, not to flex. I paid 30% off. We'll find a reason. Why do you even want to go in there? By the way, I moved my bird in there so he wouldn't chirp. Second one, Rim from ReZero. And look at her. She's in a cute little dress. I promise I didn't look on purpose. She almost fell. But anyways, here she is. Again, I paid a good little bit for her, but obviously not as much as a lot of people have paid for figures like this. To be honest, out of both of them, this is probably my more favorite one. They go into a little bit more detail on her. Like, her outfit is more simple than the mother, but I really find it cute. I love dresses like this. So, personally, this is my favorite. Please don't. She's not my favorite anime character. To be honest, I'm saving up for my... Hey. Come here. Come please. Okay, right now I'm saving up for a 02 figure. So, hopefully... But that's like a lot. It's like $200 for the one I want. So, it takes a lot to be able to blow that amount of money on a figure. And me be under my parents' roof. Like, they wanted to get rid of these two, and that would have hurt if they got rid of that because of how much they were. But anyways, those were all my anime figures, including pop and regular, normal, I guess. I don't know the actual official term. People are going to kill me because of this video in the future, but whatever. Anime, DC, Marvel, and my Simpsons. I am still building this collection, of course. Like I said, I'm saving up for a $200 02 figure. I'm going to regret buying, but I also really want to buy. Maybe I'll find another one that I love just as much and it's not $200. There's also Kakaguri, the gambling anime. There's one of the two girls where they're like cradle, like hugging each other, and they're like holding out their hands with cards, which is really cool, but that's almost $500. Well, like 400. I haven't looked at it in a while because I know I wouldn't be able to purchase that. But yeah, anyways, I need to get a job really bad. Hey guys, don't you want to support my horrible addiction to spending money? Subscribe! Anyways, yeah, that's all for this video. I'm sorry for it being super long and me not knowing a lot of people's names. Well, not even that, just messing up, you know. Anyways, this is Just Our Waifus, signing out.